Welcome back to Reality and Chill with Nishi and Kenny. This episode, we are covering Southern Charm. We're on season 11, episode 12. So,
Yeah.
this episode, I love when they do a cast trip. It's always good content. We get lots in the cast trips. They go to
Yeah.
where is it? Vallarta. They all seem
Like,
to go
Shep's
there.
organised it, so he knows his stuff. It's pretty lovely.
Oh, it is actually the rooms in the penthouse and all of that. Like they all have a sick
Yeah.
room. Like you can't complain.
It looks like it's super hot. Like, sometimes when you're sort of going closer to the equator, the time you can go, I just know there's been some trips to Laos or whatever where it's almost to the point where it's just intolerable, and I feel like I could almost feel that heat in that episode. Did you get that vibe?
Yeah. Yeah, they were complaining about the heat. They were like, just need to get in the water.
Like, how's
Um,
Whitney in his jeans by the pool? Like, he is a vampire.
he is such a vampire. He's such a vampire. He doesn't want to go to the beach. He's just like, nah, he just can't. Nothing about him
In
can just
jeans? Like,
relax. Like, can you just relax for a second?
so he must be so self-conscious
Yeah.
because that's just not normal, right? So you must be self-conscious about something like, "Oh, I've got skinny legs," or something, which we all do as teenagers, but as you're getting into that adult thing, maybe he just doesn't wanna be on film, and I can understand that. Maybe when the cameras go away, he's a bit more relaxed. Um,
Actually, yeah, probably.
it's kinda weird though. Like, you're on a beach holiday, like, you're on a poolside holiday, like, you're gonna be going swimming, surely.
But it sounds like he's always like that because they always make a comment. The other side of it is like none of them have like abs, you know. Sometimes on like Summer House and that they've got like 8 abs. It's not like that. These guys are just own their bodies. They're like whatever, like
Yeah,
share.
it's so true.
So I don't know. But must have an insecurity.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just you're right, though. He is kind of that kind of I don't know, I sleep upside down. I'm a vampire. I like the nightlife, you know. He likes the waspy women as well, like super thin and
Oh yeah, that's true.
doesn't he?
Mm. He doesn't get in the sun at all. You can tell
Oh,
he's like
I've got a
really
funny thing
pale.
in my throat. Mm.
Is it annoying you? Got bugging?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like I've got like a sometimes it happens when I've got the, um, aircon on, but the
Yeah,
aircon's not on, so I don't know what it is.
the
Mm,
tickle. I know what you
mm,
mean. Um,
yeah.
so yeah, that's funny. I did think about that, but anyway, okay, so what do we have? Uh, yeah, sorry,
I
go.
think with this one here, it was just really like as soon as they arrive, it's just the Sally and Charlie like
Yeah.
friendship and their conversations, and I felt like Charlie really communicated well and stood up for herself. What was your vibe there?
I feel like she could have done it more. She really shuts down. Like that was her really putting herself out there and she did a really good job, but
Mm.
you can tell she really struggles to stick up for herself. Like the fact that
Yeah,
um well, yeah, we see Shep notices the whole control thing. She's like, where Sally says, "Don't apologize. Don't apologize for your luggage." And she's just being sweet, you know? She's just kind
yeah,
of like, "Oh, sorry, I couldn't give you your luggage in return." She's like, and it's just funny how like Sally's just so intense, and she is controlling. You know, you called this out this whole time we've been recapping or chatting about. So
yeah.
it
Yeah, no, she's
definitely is
definitely got those
showing.
controlling behaviors for sure, and like I say, it's that she doesn't see it. That's what makes it kinda entertaining to watch, and even when Charlie's trying to say like, because then Sally did that immature thing, kind of it reminded me a little bit about Venita kind of behaviors, but where she was just like, "Well, I won't say anything at all then if I'm not allowed to talk." I'm not allowed to talk about Craig, when they were back with the group after they'd had that discussion.
At the pool, yeah.
So immature, so manipulative. But yeah, you see Sally's kind of dark side. It's not too dark though. It's just like really obvious.
It's just
It's not
yeah,
that manipulative. It's just
no.
really in your face, like going for what she wants,
Well,
isn't it?
yeah, and she's like she really just thinks about herself, I think.
Oh,
She's
so
so
selfish.
selfish, right? So she's just thinking in this situation, "You're not telling me what's going on." So it's about her, and she's flipping it,
Mm.
and instead of her being able to stop and reflect and have some sort of emotional intelligence to say, "Oh, well, maybe Charlie, you're not creating a safe environment where Charlie feels comfortable telling you stuff about Craig." Like,
Yeah.
hello, read the room. And poor Charlie is just like, "Oh, well, I've got," at first she was like, "I've got nothing to say," she doesn't feel like she can tell her, and it's
Because it's pointless. She tried to tell her. She's not and I kind of thought that's how it would go with Sally. I was like, I bet you she just doesn't get it. Like she
yeah,
can't see this side of herself yet. I think watching this season back though, she will get it. I think we'll see some growth in this space with Sally. I'm hoping anyway. But I feel like it's not vindictive and it's not mean-spirited. It's just this, like, crazy way she views the world. Like, it's like you say, it's incredibly selfish and it's just really, like, the
tunnel
blinkers are
vision.
on and
Yeah.
it's all about me. Yeah.
Yeah, she's just
S
laser focused on what she wants. And right now, speaking of being laser focused of what she wants, laying it on thick with Austin, like she does not hold back. Like any chance she gets. Like, and kudos to her, she makes it lighthearted in a way that he just like can't ignore. And everyone's just like, oh
Yeah.
god, can you like make out already?
Yeah. It's I find it kind of fun and lighthearted, but
It is
did you
fun.
find it as, like, nail grading this
Not
episode?
not no, more what I find really frustrating is more how she treats Charlie. I don't like that. I just
Yeah.
find that is just, irks me. I'm like, "She's your best friend, relax." Um, and it's the hypocrisy of that whole thing. It's ironic how literally she was just having these conversations with Venita, like, 10 seconds ago, and now she's saying
I
similar
know.
she's warning Charlie, like, "Oh, he's so manipulative, da 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 da." And it's just like, "Dude, relax, let her go through the
Come on.
motions." So
Yeah, like,
that's what I found. Yeah.
how can you not have any self-awareness like that? I just find it so fascinating that
Yeah.
you can sort of say like you say, like, 10 seconds later, just sort of flip the script because it suits you better without any awareness that you're being a complete hypocrite. It's incredibly entertaining. It really
Right.
is.
Because if you had an ounce of emotional intelligence, you go, "You know what? But I had to learn the hard way, so, maybe you have to learn the hard way. I'll leave it
Yeah.
at that." I get it.
Yeah,
Anyone.
exactly. And you might sort of say, like, hey, look, I know you've taken some distance in our friendship. I know I've been slagging off Craig. So, look, how about I'll just lay off that, but I've really missed you as a friend. Like that would have been the outcome, but then she can't really let it go. Like, that's why
No.
she gave the comment in the next kind of
Yeah.
section. Like, she's just really being immature about it. Yeah. So, because I mean, obviously, what she wants her friendship back with Charlie like it was, but she's not willing to change any of her behaviors. Like, it's like, well, you can't be slagging off the guy I like. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, and I'm not
Yeah.
gonna feel comfortable talking to you about it. Of course,
Yeah.
Charlie's not even being mean to her about it, she's just not bringing up the conversation, like, fair
Yeah,
enough.
exactly. Yeah.
Um, Charlie's a sweetie, but she needs to stand up for herself a bit more, and I can understand with Sally how hard it would be, like, considering their personalities. Just Sally is just says it how it is, and Charlie's just been brought up in a way, well, I don't know, it's probably a personality as well. She's such a people pleaser, and she does not want to make anyone upset.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see what's interesting is now with Craig going, have you told her we've kissed? And the fact that she hasn't told her that bit of detail, like Sally's just going to latch onto that. Like, how
Oh,
could you? Like, it's a betrayal of their friendship. And it's just so silly and ridiculous. But you can sort of read the play, like, that's what's going to happen next.
yeah.
And it's like, well, she's already told you she doesn't feel safe chatting to you about Craig. And now you just know that's what's coming next because I thought we'd talked about this.
Yeah.
And like, it's just so for Charlie, she's not aware of how to deal with people like this, which is you really just need to be like, it's not really a negotiation. It needs to be, hey, I'm living my life like Sally was with Venita, the same thing. Like I
Mm.
think Sally's pretty good at setting her own boundaries.
Yeah, she is.
Um, she just Charlie needs to take like a like
A
a
leaf out of
page
her
out of
book.
Sally's book.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
absolutely.
But the
Yes,
dinner was really the main action, right?
the
So
main event. It was
I
the
just want to
game.
mention Rodriguez as well. It's just really like Bose has really grown on me this season. I find like Rodriguez, this kind of a couple of seasons in, I'm really warming to him, but I
Yep.
wasn't really that drawn to him at all last season. And I just love how it can work like that with cast members where you kind of like, ugh, waste of space. And then you're just like so drawn to them and realize what value they're adding. And I feel like with Rodriguez, I'm really enjoying his takes. I find him really funny. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. Same. I was
Yeah.
thinking that this episode because he plays that sort of middle role where he's actually quite level-headed, can read the room, shares really good advice, and is also quite funny about putting people in their place. So
Yeah.
he yeah, I've loved him this season as well. He's just come out of his shell. I think he was really shy.
Yeah. I think first seasons can be. And this is why like you do need to give people that chance, like with a follow-up season. You can't really just cut it off
Write
for
him off.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's training wheels on the first season. Like, can you imagine going on a reality just being on a reality TV show, just being thrown in there? Like, it
No.
is a lot.
This is why I'm such a fan of Angel coming back for Potomac.
Who's Angel? For a second, I forgot who that was.
I know, right? It's already in the yeah.
Yeah, true.
Well, yeah, so Rodriguez, super cool. I also think he's got a lot of integrity. So I think if he says something, he will stand up for it. He's not going to be like playing two sides. He doesn't seem, I think he's political enough to know how to kind of
Navigate.
navigate
Yeah.
where you're not creating too much tension, but at the same time, he's got enough integrity that he's not going to just flip. So, as we know, hypocrites are my major kind of trigger, and I just don't think I'm going to see that of Rodriguez. So let's just find out. But right now, he doesn't seem to me like the type of person that's going to say one thing and do another. Let's see.
Let's see. Yes, we love
Yeah,
Rodrigo. We need more of Rodrigo, I think.
yeah, definitely.
um, yeah, so what else happened?
Well, it brings us to the dinner party where they're going around the table. Everything's been pretty copacetic, between Craig and Austin. We've
Agreed.
had actually, Austin's found a way so that he's not really holding that grudge. Craig is thinking that everything's going pretty good and that the reason why things are going good is because Austin has now broken up with his girlfriend. Whereas I think in a way, Austin had just sort of made peace with Craig a bit more in his head. Like it's just not worth the drama. He's sort of disengaging more about the expectations around that friendship with Craig. I feel like Shep's been coaching him or something in the background. And so he's just kind of, you know what? I don't want to be close friends with Craig right now,
Mm,
but I can be around in the same group. And
right.
so that's how I feel Austin's taking this situation. And when Craig's not around, he's going to have a few like sneaky, sly words, still putting him down and stuff like that. Like he's not feeling like a close friend of Craig's at all.
Mm.
But Craig, because he's just a different type of being, is assuming that, our friendship's kind of good, like it's good. It's coming back because now
We're all
he's
good.
broken up with his girlfriend. That was the core issue. We're good.
I had nothing to do with the issue. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't like me outing his manhood and like what's he achieved in 5 years and, throwing him under the bus with his girlfriend and doing all the other terrible things I've
Oops, sorry.
done as a friend. Like,
Right.
it's not my behavior in any way that would be efficient. Now that he's broken up with his girlfriend, we're back to normal.
Oh, gosh.
it's, it's been a delusion there with Craig. It's pretty gold.
Absolute.
So this is why Craig, I think, flies off because he thinks they're good again, him and Austin. And I think it's just one of those kind of veneers that comes with maturity. And I'm like, oh, this is a good sign, Austin. You're not gonna like you're just gonna find a way to make it work without and keep it fun, keep it
Right.
light,
Keep it
don't have that
lighthearted.
heaviness. It's a Mexican trip, you know?
Right. And that's
We
maturity.
want that.
If
Yeah,
you
that's
can
right.
if that's what I hope that is the path that he's going down, because that's, like, maturing to that next level. It's like, you know what? There's certain people that you can handle in doses. I always say it, doses people.
Yeah,
And, you know what you're gonna get from them, and it might not be, a friendship that you tell them everything, but you can have fun with them, and the boys have fun. They've always had fun. Shep said it, you know, in the previous episode. They go away, they have a few drinks, keep it like that. And if he can
exactly.
mentally he says that he can compartmentalize, and if he can do that.
Perfect. Yeah, it's a skill. It's called maturity, and it's also, friendships evolve. Your relationship with friends over years should sort of match where that relationship is, and you're not always going to be like super tight the whole way through these longer term friendships. You're going to be apart and then come together, perhaps if you're growing together. And sometimes friendships grow apart, and it's
Yeah.
just part of life. So like Shep did with Craig, and this is why I think Shep's been doing his coaching, in the background maybe, um, possibly. But it is that way of just finding a way that you're no longer going to be just bleeding from feeling so hurt from that friendship, which is how
Mm,
Austin's been behaving. Instead, now you're just going to be a bit more autonomous
right.
and then just enjoy the good times without any expectations. About time. Well done, Austin. Well done. It's taking you a couple of years to get here, but it felt very much that way
Yeah.
on this episode. So,
Let's see if that's actually the case, though.
yeah,
Let's
let's
hope.
see. Let's see. Well, and then it was Venita who was stirring the pot, and I know
Absolutely.
that happens in these games and that's what the producers want. And
Right.
But Craig, it's just so easy. Like it's so easy for you to go there.
I
Like
know.
you should make it harder for people, particularly
Right.
Venita. Like
Yeah, I know why yeah, he took the bait.
he
He
took the
took
bait. Yeah.
Yeah, he
And
didn't want
then
to, and
and then he's got it. Like we say, it's alcohol as well. Like
yeah, it is.
he can't handle his alcohol. So when Craig has had a few too many, he doesn't know how not to bite back. As soon
Mm,
as whether it's a perceived or a real trigger, either one, which is kind of the same thing, I suppose, isn't it? But I
yeah.
think this is the thing with alcohol, you get a little bit more sensitive, maybe if you're already in a bit of a bad place or whatever.
Mm,
And then yeah, he's just gone for the jugular as he
yeah.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, and also Craig and Venita have a lot of unresolved issues in that have happened in the background, so that sort of plays
He
into it as
can't
well.
stand her. He
He can't.
cannot stand her. He doesn't wanna be whereas he doesn't wanna be friends with her, and he doesn't want to make an effort to resolve it.
No.
Craig doesn't. So, that is just how it is. So, yeah,
Yeah, he's very
and
much like, you mean nothing to me, you're not in my world, you don't exist." He actually said that, he's like, "You don't exist in my world," and that's how he's been acting. I think that might be the reason why they haven't had this conversation. Um, they've not brought it up on film, they've just
yeah.
existed, in parallel. She doesn't like to bring things up, and he's just like, "Whatever, I don't care enough about you to bring it up," which is kind of
Look,
savage.
Kate Casey, who I admire as one of the all-time greats in terms of podcasting. She's just so good at what she does. And then Heather McDonald is a comedian doing that same thing as well. Like the two kind of originals in this space in the LA scene and have worked, in this space for so long. So I've seen generations come through. Friends with producers and that, from behind the scenes and in front of the
Mhm.
cameras and stuff and know people personally. And so their slant on it was quite different. They were like, they're not a fan of Craig at all. And it was really interesting to hear their take, which was just how frustrating it can be when the audience and the producers are setting up in a certain way. So the audience sees it this way. And then you've got people that are so frustrated trying to point it out because they know like the fuller story. And apparently, from their perspective, which could just be gossip, and I choose not to believe this, by the way, Craig is a nightmare. And
Oh.
yeah, so what they were trying to explain. So I can't remember if it's Kate who's friends with Shep. So Kate Casey and Shep are great friends, and so
Oh.
yeah, something like that. When I say great friends, are friends, maybe not
Yeah.
great friends, but yeah, just the fact that part of what we've been seeing over the years is people trying to point it out, and because they get so frustrated that the audience isn't
Mm.
on the journey because they don't see the fuller picture.
All
So
of it.
every time there's a lie or something, they're trying to point it out because having a friend like that that's a bit delusional maybe or is constantly
Mm.
and then in the end, I suppose this is where it's so beautiful because the growth there is you can't try and get somebody else to think the way you think. You need to release that. You need to let it go. And so Shep's progression, seeing that perspective and now understanding where Austin is, which is in that same space of going, but he's an asshole. He's just been a complete asshole. That was a really good perception on that dynamic and how it's been going for the last like 7 years on set. And so what they were saying is that Craig doesn't really hang out with them that much, like outside of the show and things like that. So yeah,
Wow. So it's all for the
yeah.
show? It's
Yeah, like as in, I think, what we've seen though, the last couple of seasons, it's been because he's been with Paige and
mm.
we knew he wasn't really hanging out with the boys that
No, yeah,
much.
that's true.
So whether or not that's true, but I don't think he's as tight. We know, like, you can see
Yeah.
Molly's not really that into him. Venita's not that into him. So Sally and Charlie were the new girls in the group, so to speak. They got really close and now Sally's off him. I'm still a massive Craig fan. I don't care what anybody says. I'm a Craig loyalist, so, you know.
I do love Craig as well. You know who does get along with him really well is Madison. They're like besties,
Yeah,
which I
yeah.
thought she would call him out. I think she does. She must call him out as well, like behind the scenes and stuff. But she probably accepts him for how he is as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think she got closer when Paige
Paige was around,
and
yeah.
she would know Austin so well as well and just have that so frustration. So she's not gonna naturally be loyal to Austin after what
Yeah.
he's put her through. So she can kind of, I think, swing between both friendships, pretty easily, and she's just a solid person. Like, I think
Mm.
Rodriguez as well, it's not like he's gonna pick a side or yeah. But anyway, that's just kind of gossip. We don't know. We're not LA girls. We're Aussie girls, we're not connected like that. We can only go off what we've seen and we think Craig's a legend. So
Yeah. I mean, we accept him with his flaws, right? Like, he has his
well,
flaws and
exactly. We like the fact that he's eccentric and we can see I mean, it seems to be, I know from my perspective, the issue really is with alcohol with Craig. Like that
mm,
is an issue. And I think he has a darker side. And I don't think, like a lot of people when they drink and that comes out, they don't realize when they're sober. Like he really needs to watch this over again and realize I'm actually mean. I can get mean spirited. Like, and he's such a cool guy. I think he'll go, I don't want to be a mean person. Like,
mm. Yeah, and I feel like he's been doing a bit of work because when he flipped out on Austin in the previous party when they were all dressed up, afterwards he told Madison that he went to see his therapist because he was trying not to have those sort of explosive episodes anymore and all of that sort of stuff. So I feel like he's on a positive trajectory with that. Like it feels like it's happening less. I don't know. Um,
yeah, I think while he's drinking and you're gonna have and people trigger him, he will it's just
yeah,
like literally it's a recipe. It's like
it's a
that's the
recipe,
recipe
right?
and you know,
Yeah, and I think now that he's single, his relationship with alcohol, it's probably harder for him not to drink at the moment because he's
yeah.
maybe out and about a lot more, all of that sort of stuff. He's not as much of a homebody.
Yeah,
Um,
and
and
Mexico, come on, it's
and
so
Mexico,
hot there,
right.
tequilas, please. Who
Tequila's
wouldn't drink? It would be tough not to.
Right. And also, like, I think we always have to remember, and which we're pretty good at realizing, it's like, okay, they've been through a flight, it's hot, they're at the end of the day, they're probably jet
Come on.
lagged. Like, we're catching,
They've
like,
been day drinking.
they've
These
been
guys are
dating.
legends for even turning up to dinner. I would be such a mess. Such a
We'd be
mess.
we'd be
They only
wrecked.
had an hour as well to prepare, so it wasn't like nap time. They've done the
No.
flights,
Yeah.
been in the pool, day drinking, then there was 1 hour between that and being ready for dinner and looking all glammed and fantastic. Like, how do they do it?
Yeah.
It's incredible. Me day drinking, I've got, like, massive bloodshot eyes and just look like such a mess. No amount of makeup or eye drops can fix me
Perfect.
up. I'm like, I just look so unkept. So, and particularly in the heat, jeez.
They'd be wrecked. So, yeah, we're getting, like, the worst of the like, you know what I mean? They're,
Yeah.
like, up there
Yeah, 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 definitely.
at the end. But,
Tired
yeah.
and drunk. There's nothing worse. Tired, drunk, and day drinking. Come on. Like, that is a pretty full on combo. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we've forgiven Craig.
We oh, all the excuses. But, oh gosh, yeah. I mean, look, I really wanna see how Charlie reacts to it, because it's the first time she's seeing one of the Craig's sort of
It's
explosions.
not the first one, like, because I like
Second.
Charlie's facial expressions when she's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, oh my god. Oh my
It's almost
god."
like she's in, like, a drama scene in, like, a play. It feels, like, so
Yeah,
dramatic, because she's,
yeah.
like, that Southern girl who's, like,
That Southern girl, it's all because this is the thing, around the table, there's a certain way to behave, and I really
etiquette.
dig those dinner manners and everything.
Mhm.
It's really cool, like,
I love it
it's
too.
fantastic. So, yeah, at dinner, you should never be behaving like that. It's really outrageous, in these yeah, and like I said, Craig's never really fit in when it comes to those behaviors. He just hasn't.
'Cause he's
He
not grown up
doesn't.
there, right? So it's
No.
different. So he doesn't,
Yeah.
like, it's not ingrained in him like it's,
And
you
he
know
just doesn't get it though, like, he
yeah, that's
doesn't conform, he's an eccentric. So,
he does what he wants, eh? Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. So yeah, I wanna see what happens there. Because now, I mean, it's is it their first holiday together? They went to Itchy Grass Farm, like, as in Charlie and Craig. You really kinda get to know someone when you're on a holiday.
Yeah, I think this is the first kind of trip they've done since they went to, like, since last season when where did they go again?
Yeah.
For the Bahamas for when Shep was doing, like, it's literally their this is their next overseas trip, and so that's why they did the flashbacks to the
Yep.
Bahamas as well, which
Mm.
I really appreciate. So, I feel
Wow.
like this is the very next kind of
Mm.
overseas holiday for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch his face. Was Whit there? I have, like, some tea, not tea about Whitney. You don't remember Whitner? What's his
Oh,
name?
yeah, Wit. I
Whit
like
Was he
isn't that
there?
funny? Was he even there? See, he
Yeah,
feels
he
like a
was.
very much a nothing person this
He
season,
was,
doesn't he?
because actually he didn't get allocated in their room. They were all in the penthouse, and then Whit got his own room. Whitner got his own
Oh,
room.
yeah.
So Sally was on, the podcast, Is It Not Skinny But Not Fat? You know that
Oh,
podcast? Like, yeah.
I like not sk yeah, I know those ones. So the couple, the husband and
No,
wife?
it's like it's a young girl who's
Oh,
on it.
okay,
It's
don't know
quite
it.
a popular one.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't normally watch it. It came up on my YouTube, but anyways, the girl interviewed Sally, and Sally came on there and, was chatting about how everyone's talking about her and stuff, but she brought some stuff up about Wit, because apparently all the audience has been saying, "Why aren't you going for Wit? You're going for all the other boys, like, he's got a good background." She just laid it all out and said she reckons he's really arrogant, and it's like common knowledge that he's is a bit of an arrogant asshole. Which kind of makes sense, like, in the sense of, like, he's come from an elite family, or, Um,
Yeah. He's a lawyer,
he's a
you know,
lawyer, so he might be.
he is very regimented, and so, he's got, like, he's just a very regimented person, right? So
Mm.
that means he's never really fallen off the wagon or been a bit chaotic enough to really screw up, which would soften you up and you'd see a bit of growth from that. Like if you've just had that silver spoon, been a high achiever, lawyer,
Mm.
like so probably quite competitive, then just like so strict with your routine, up every morning, same thing, like exercise, da, da, da. Like this is fantastic if you can do all that. But like if that's all you've done, like yeah,
Gotta live a little.
gotta
You
live
need
a
to
little.
have a bit of, like, some roughness happen in your life just to you know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
mean, obviously the girlfriend that broke up with him, that must have been like super tough for them as well. So,
Yeah.
let's wait and see. But I mean,
Yeah.
Sally's going to say that because Sally's going to shit on anybody,
Well,
right? I think listening to her in a podcast would be fantastic because she
yeah.
is going to spill the tea.
Well, I think so what happened was, right, I think there's some Watch What Happens Live, like, drama that's happened. I think Whit went on to Watch What Happened Live and said some stuff about Sally. So, this did feel like a bit of a jab back at Whit. So, I don't know how true it is, but, she reckons that it's like everyone thinks that, he's that arrogant as much as they think like similar to JT. Remember how annoying and arrogant JT was?
Oh, yeah.
At that level, which I mean, we haven't seen it, and I feel like the cameras generally show, mannerisms like that. Have we seen enough of Wit to be able to make that call yet and see it? Maybe not, but, yeah,
Yeah.
that was her sort of theory and some tea that she was sort of sharing, so I was like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Okay. Well, it'll be interesting to watch then because we do want some more. Like, I kind of want that from the South. I want, like, literally the really wealthy family kids that like, the trajectory we've seen, like, of Shepherd stuff is so interesting.
Yeah, it's so
I'm so
fascinating.
privileged,
Mm.
the Ravenels of the world and that. Like, it's the South. We wanna see just how yeah, like how bad it can be, I suppose, from a like, oh, okay, this is real wealth. This is what power looks like.
Mm.
This is the dark side of it. Just from their behaviors on the show and stuff, which we really see. And then, like I say, I want to do a little bit more research into it as well and just go, well, with this family money, let's have a real look at it. Let's have a look. Let's like position what we're really looking at here, this generational wealth and what that would mean to grow up like that. Like it's quite fascinating to
Oh,
not
super
have to
fascinating.
work. What a privilege to just know that you've got a check coming in that mail every month.
The trust fund babies,
Yeah. Yeah.
and to
Like
not have
next gen.
to
I'm fascinated by it. Like,
mm.
yeah. So yeah, I would like to see more of that. And it's a pity that Whitney actually works as a lawyer. Like he's so disciplined. So he doesn't really have to, but he is the vibe, isn't it?
Yeah.
God, how annoying.
Well, he made an inheritance joke, and it's like, did I know when he was talking to his parents, he said something, he's like, "Oh, so I'm not gonna get
Yeah.
more inheritance." I was like, "Oh, what a trust fund baby." Can't
So
relate.
it was interesting the way he wielded it as like something really cool. Like,
Mm.
you can see how competitive he was, like, literally from episode 1, like, "Yeah, I'm a lawyer that does work," and just sort of showing the difference between him and Craig, in
Yeah.
those earlier days, and he just
Yeah,
sort of
dude.
came in hot like that to be like, "Okay, well done, you win," like, nobody cares. Like, no.
Yeah. This is why I'm like, is he gonna be is he interesting enough to be on another season? Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
not
we
really.
need you to be like we need you to have a bit of personality behind it as well. 'Cause it's a
Right.
bit bland, isn't it? There's
It
not
is.
really much
Like,
for
we need
personality there.
like yeah, he's not got the fun like, he's not got some humor and funniness to it, you know what I mean? Like, it's all a bit serious and,
Yeah.
um
I wanna see if Thomas Ravenel is in the Epstein files, because it's got me thinking now. Of course he would be, right?
True.
Yeah. I know.
True. Yeah.
Jeez.
Do some digging.
So you got like, I kinda wanna do all the digging, do the research and then go back for, like, my 5th or 6th time and watch Southern Charm from the beginning, but, like, cross-referencing with all like, how crazy would that be?
Do
That
your
would be
research.
nuts.
Yeah. A full
Yeah.
investigation. That would be
'Cause a
Wild.
lot of people are doing rewatching, but imagine doing that, like rewatching particular episodes. Because I know, like, the first series of Miami, like, that guy is a co-conspirator, in the Epstein files, like, one
Which
of the
guy?
husbands of the original cast of Miami, Leah Black. So it would just be so amazing. Like, I love how different podcasts do the rewatch. I think it's fantastic, but doing it with that lens would be pretty crazy.
That would be wild.
Oh my god, that would be wild. Yeah. Yeah, jeez. I don't know, it's too dark. I enjoy the lightness of it. I don't know if I'd wanna
Yeah, bring
like, I
that
wanna
back.
know, but I don't yeah. Like, I don't know if it's something that you want. Reality TV is such a it's meant to be fun, uplifting, you know? We don't need it to get too dark.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. The moment you get too into that, it might even put you off completely.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't wanna ruin reality TV, God, for you know?
No.
No, of course. I wanna call out these people and say, "Well, you know, you don't."
Well,
You'd want other housewives to sort of say, "Oh, no, we can't have people like that on our
right.
cast." You
Yeah,
know? Like, it
absolutely.
needs to be there needs to be awareness of it. But yeah, there you go, Southern charm, and I just feel like we know the South has a lot of dark history and a lot of dark secrets, so let's bring them to the surface. Yeah.
Mm. Watch his space.
Yeah, exactly, watch your space. Da-da-doo, da-da-doo-doo-doo. It's easy as the birds and the bees and the 1, 2, 3. Uh, uh.
I love when you do that every time. It's so funny. Well, that's a wrap from Southern
It's a
Charm.
wrap.
Bye.